Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Tammy Talks here. Alright y'all, we are talking Love is Blind, Season 3, Episode 12, The Reunion. If you're back for a second, third, or fourth time, y'all know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, y'all. Share the video with any and everybody that you know. I'm talking to you. So, if you have watched all the other recaps, if you have come here because you just watched the weddings and you are not subscribed, subscribe to my channel, y'all. It's gonna be crazy when I hit 10K. I'm gonna tell y'all that. We gonna have a party when I hit 10K. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button because we've been having a blast over here. Let's get into it, y'all. All right, so can we even move any further without addressing Bartise's hair? Childish. I don't want to play these games with him. If you're not going to be serious about how you look and how you come on this reunion, I'm not going to be serious about it either. He had a turd sitting on top of his head. Bartise is up here just like this. Y'all, I couldn't deal with it. I did catch that. Could not deal with it. Like, whatever, y'all. So we start off with Alexa and Brennan. We are talking about how she's able to not wear the same outfit twice. She returns the clothes back to the store. I think that's tacky. I hate people that do that. And it's kind of disgusting. You know what I mean? Because if I go out and I go to buy something, me within myself, I'm expecting that something to not have been worn. I'm expecting that something to not have your sweat secretions all up and through it. I hate people that do that. I'm sorry, y'all. I have never been that person. I've never bought a pair of shoes and worn them and then taken them back. I've never bought a dress and worn it and then took it back. That's not part of my stilo. If you can't afford it, then you can't. I'm also calling cap. Alexa's father or whoever is paying for those clothes for her. She's not buying clothes and taking them back. She's not. She saw how y'all mentioned that she's spoiled, bratty, entitled, all that stuff. So she said, all right, let me do something to try to seem a little bit more relatable. Y'all see how her parents are living. Alexa is not buying clothes and taking them back. I just want to put that out there. She's not doing that. So we talk about brutal honesty and we go to Cole, okay? So they bring up the pool party. Colleen looks nervous, okay? I said, I know that's right. Crazy Matt right there. I would be a little nervous too. So they replay the scene with the interaction between the two of them. Cole himself is sitting on the couch, grimacing at the scene as it replayed. Side note before I forget, I know y'all weren't moved by Cole's tears. I know y'all didn't fall for them tears at the end of the episode. I know y'all didn't fall for them. Keep on watching to the end because we're going to talk about that. But Cole is grimacing. Zanab said that watching that scene did sting for her, as it should, as it would for anybody. I'm sure watching that scene stung for Matt as well. So Colleen said it was hard for her to watch. Why? It wasn't hard for you to be laughing and kikiing up in his face, but all right. So Colleen said that she didn't want to disrespect Cole and Zanab's relationship. She did not want to disrespect Zanab. It seems like this season, as like most seasons, the girls really form a bond. The girls really, become friends, and they do, for the most part, well, to Jessica, for the most part, they do, or Shayna, they do respect each other's relationships. So Nancy said that Cole has never accepted the awareness of what he did as an engaged man. And I have to agree with that. And for all y'all Cole apologists out there, I need y'all to at least agree with that. Again, here on Tammy Talks, I'm even keel, right? I feel like both of them were terrible in the relationship. But do I feel like Cole was tipping the scales a little more? Absolutely. Absolutely. So she said that just overall, the men didn't stop having inappropriate relationships. And see, Love is Blind, y'all need to be watching this. And what honestly and truly needs to happen is stop having these men meet the women they did not get engaged to. Stop having these women meet the men they did not get engaged to. Because we have this issue. We have this issue where I'm all in on person A, but then, oh, I see the person that I, decided against in the pods, but damn, that person looks better. Okay, now, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop doing that. I feel like a lot of these dating shows, marriage shows, relationship shows, if y'all really and truly want this stuff to work, stop intermingling these people. Let them truly focus on their relationship and their actual friends and family in the real world. So Zanab said that she did not let the whole pool party situation go because she never got an apology for it. Cole called cap on that. Cole said, that's crazy. I apologized to you that night. No, he said it was insane. Brennan said, let's not maybe use insane. Now, Brennan, who has no dog in the fight, Brennan is not going to lie for anybody. So the way I gauged who was honestly telling the truth is by Brennan's reaction, right? Okay, that's just me. I know some of y'all are like, well, Zanab was insecure and she nagged it. So y'all refuse to see, what Cole might have possibly could have sort of somewhat did wrong. So Cole then said, well, crazy. They were like, insane means crazy. I said, y'all, I do feel that the other ladies were too involved in this segment. I will honestly say that Nancy, Raven, we didn't need any of that from y'all. We just didn't. Alexa, we didn't need any of that from y'all. Y'all seen Colleen sat over there and shut her mouth because they didn't want to be like, well, you bitch. You know what I mean? So Cole said he apologized that night and he said Zanab is lying. Zanab said, right, I'm a liar and bipolar. I said, I know that's right, girl. Throw it back in his face. Because that'd have been me. You call me bipolar, I'm going to bring that shit up every chance I get. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how it feels to have somebody constantly throw stupid shit in your face. Cole would have been mad at me. So Brennan said that time and time again he disrespected Zanab. And this is Brennan watching the show the way we're watching the show. So Brennan said that because of that, you got on one knee and you pledged to this woman that you wanted to get engaged to her and you talked a good game and you did all this, but then your word doesn't mean anything now. Alexa said that he is deceitful. I agree. Sue me. Matt then decides to chime in. He commends Colleen for being truthful. He said that Colleen told him every single thing that happened in that conversation. That's not what we saw, but maybe they talked off camera again. So he said when he watched that scene, nothing was surprising to him. So kudos to you, Colleen. Kudos to you, because you didn't have to tell him that, but it's better that you did tell him that as opposed to him watching it now and being blindsided. So Cole said that it was totally his fault and he just got caught up in the moment. So he doesn't want anybody to feel like he'll take accountability for that because he wants to protect Colleen. But that's all he's going to take accountability for. We get to SK and Raven. Raven said that she was very emotional at the wedding, trying not to get emotional now. She said that she wasn't blindsided. She doesn't want to use that word, but she was unprepared and shocked. So I took that to mean that Raven, in her mind, she went into this saying SK's going to say yes. So she never prepared for the other side of the coin. So she was just very caught off guard with it. SK said he honestly didn't know what he was going to say up until the very, very moment he was standing up at the altar. SK and Cole talking about me, y'all. SK and Raven are now dating. She said that their communication is on a whole nother level. They've grown from the experience. And while she would love to have him with her every day and be able to see him, they know that what they're doing is working for them and it's working best for SK and his studies. Nick's messy ass. I hate Nick and Vanessa as hosts. Hate it. Because they're not getting into it like they should. They're asking very surface level questions. But Nick and Vanessa touch on Raven and Nancy's beef. So they show the clip of Raven talking about Nancy and then Nancy talking about Raven. And Nancy did say that, if she wants to shoot her shot, then, she'll let Bartise handle that. Raven said, never want to shoot my shot. Let's clear that up right now. She saw Bartise's hair and said, not over here. Not over here. Raven said that they just never got a chance to get to know each other. There's a lot of women that were there. They were just going off of first impressions with each other. Raven said that from her side, it was hard for her to watch what they said back about each other. And Nancy agreed. And then Colleen said that all the women became friends and they do have a mutual respect for each other. SK said, well, okay, the guys, we all became friends too. That was a safe place for us. We comforted those that wanted the comfort. We knew how to give those space that needed to have that space. I will say this. I like Raven 1,000,000,000% more now. I feel like the way that Raven has handled herself from the jumping jack incident up until now, I like Raven a lot better. I do. I will admit I misjudged her, but Raven came in on a bad foot with that jumping jack scene. I've had people in my comments say it's not a big deal. Stop lying, y'all. Y'all just be saying any old thing to justify why y'all don't like somebody. Y'all know damn well if somebody was telling you something personal, or if you were telling somebody something very personal and you can hear that person doing jumping jacks and boxing and shit and behind the scene, you will feel away too. I need y'all to start being real. Like, don't just say stuff because everybody else is saying it. So we are able to wrap them up. Good for SK and Raven. I hope that things do work out with them, but we'll see what happens after the altar, probably in a couple months. So we get to Bartise and that shit on top of his head. Then the fact that it's like slicked back. Okay. So they bring up him being taken aback by Raven's physical appearance. So they play the scene of him talking to Nancy in bed, which was just as cringe and hard to watch as it was the first time. And Raven said that it was shocking to watch Bartise talk about her that way. She said because after they had their conversation in the pool, she thought nothing of it. I said, damn. I know his ego just deflated. Because Raven was basically on some, okay, he said he thought I was cute. Shit, I ain't think nothing of it. That was it. She never thought about him again. However, she did feel bad for SK. She said because she felt that, it put him into an awkward situation. SK said, shit, I ain't worried about nobody coming at my girl. I said, I know that's right. Come on, SK. So Bartise said that he did not regret not picking Raven. I said, you're lying. You're lying. Nancy said that everything that he said on camera in the confessionals, he said to her face. So she said she does respect that aspect about him. And while she appreciates brutal honesty, there is a way to do it. And the way he did it was not it. And I agree. The way that Bartise did it was almost vengeful. So Bartise said that he was embarrassed and ashamed of what he said because he disrespected so many people. As you should be. Because that was like, they were messy this season. So, but he does not think that his feelings were inappropriate. He said because emotions are high, we're coming into this and meeting all these people that we kind of sort of somewhat have whatever with. And I agree with him. But that goes back to my point. Stop letting these people meet each other. It should be they meet, they go, you have your own separate producers anyways. You go on the trip, you do all this, and that's it. Y'all should be meeting each other at the reunion. Y'all should be meeting each other at the reunion, which is 5 or 6 months or so after they've been married. And then after the altar is always filmed, I want to say a year after the show. But let's not do this. Stop putting these people together. So he does feel that his feelings were not inappropriate, and he's standing on that. So, okay. SK then tells Bartise that he felt that the conversation that he had was inappropriate because SK, Cole, and Bartise had that conversation. So, for him to flip it and take that back to Nancy, one, you pillow talking, you're breaking bro code, you can't keep water. Like, just everything about Bartise is just tacky personified. Everything. So, Matt and Colleen said they're still doing good, all right? He said that his small blow-ups were legitimate emotions. Were they? I beg to differ. But if you feel that your emotions were justified, you feel that your emotions were justified. They do not live together still. Colleen said it would be money-wise, they were not in a position to give up their leases. Vanessa said, let me make it make sense because sharing a lease. Vanessa said, let's get into it. So basically, they were, Colleen has roommates. So the fact that Colleen has roommates, she did not want to break that lease and leave them in a bad way. Matt, however, is not going to break his lease to move in and live with all these other people. So they said that they have lined up when their leases are going to be over, are going to be up, and at that point, they are going to move forward. I do not believe that they will stay together. I don't. I don't think they will stay together. I am foreseeing that by after the altar, they will have broken up. Or they will at least be having serious issues. So that's really all they said about them. Like not a whole lot, which again, telling. So Nick then makes a joke about Andrew with the eye drops. Andrew was invited. I said, why? Why would Andrew be invited? So he declined the invitation as he should have. Shit. There's no reason for you to be coming. Raven goes on to say that her and SK did not sleep together until after the wedding. Okay, so good for them. So they started dating. I'm just good for them. I hope it works out for them. I don't know if I see it working out or not, but good for them. So we then get to Bartise and Nancy. Bartise said that he was watching the show back, telling himself, say I do. I said, nigga, gone somewhere with this bullshit, Bartise. Stop it. Talking about I was rooting for Nancy. Why are you trying to hurt her even more? It's like Nancy is on fire, right? And Bartise has gasoline in one hand and water in the other. And he is just pouring the gasoline on her. Why? I don't understand this. Because Nancy only made herself look bad by pining after your ugly ass. You are the one that has, I don't get it. I don't get it, y'all. Nancy is very, very emotional and upset. And she said it was her watching the show back. Brennan, the gentleman, gives her his hanky and said, here you go, sweetheart. I said, Alexa, don't you mess that up with Brennan. Brennan seems like a very, very good guy. Nancy said that it was very hard to watch this back. She said that for her, it really came down to him promising not to blindside her, and that's exactly what she did. So she said for her, love is blindsided to her. I said, I love a play on words, though. So they then said that Bartise has already bounced back, and a couple days later, he was on a date with the tall blonde. I said, I know you fucking lying, Bartise. So all the women, so now everybody piping up. So now Zanab piping in, and Raven's piping in, and Alexis piping up. So apparently, Bartise a couple days later had bounced back and said, oh, the wedding's over. All right, let's get to it. So Bartise is taken aback because I guess he thought that they either didn't see or didn't expect them to talk about it. And he said that, yeah, things happened on the 4th of July on a boat and there was a blonde standing by me. Stop it. I feel like stop the cap. If you moved on, just say you moved on. That's all you have to do. But it's like Bartise wants to come across as this good guy, and the shit is not working, y'all. It's not working in his favor. So he said that that is how he was coping, okay? He was going through some things. And how he decides to cope with stuff is nobody else's business. And then he went on to say that his sex life is nobody's business. We said, wow, we didn't say anything about your sex life. He said, well, that's where it was going. That's guilt. That's guilt, my guy. That is absolute guilt. So we get to Zanab and Cole. Like I said last video, both Zanab and Cole have both been wrong. I have been saying this every single recap, that while Cole is wrong for the way that he talked about her, the stuff that he said to her, Zanab has also been wrong. I don't know if you guys don't listen to everything I say, but it's annoying to get in the comments and y'all be like, well, Zanab did this. I know, I said it, y'all. I said it, okay? Both were wrong. So Vanessa plays a montage of Zanab critiquing him. And everything that everybody's been saying, I have said in every video. So Cole then goes on to say that it was not as bad as what we saw. He said the edits made him look more goofy. The edits made her look more naggy. And he said it was just not as bad as we thought. Okay. So Cole then said that the reason the bathroom was filthy is because the night before they flew out, that morning that they flew out, when he woke up, his power was off. So he must have went in to use the bathroom and he did not flush the toilet. So when he came back, that's where the gnats and shit were. Burn the apartment. Burn it. So Zanab acknowledges that she could have shown more grace, but she was a person that was not used to sharing her space and blah, blah, blah. So that's called acknowledgement, y'all. That's called accountability. Okay? So y'all don't have to come in the comments and say, Zanab did that. She already acknowledged it. I have acknowledged it. Again, I point out both sides, y'all. I'm not taking a side in any of these relationships unless it is like apparent. So Zanab then goes, Raven then said that he body shamed her. He got a girl's number at the bachelor party. So Zanab said that the morning of the wedding, Cole came up to her and told her he needed to tell her something. He tried to kiss a girl at the bachelor party. He said that he told the girl that he's getting married, wanted to kiss another girl one last time. The girl told him that she doesn't do cheating. Cole is saying that we went to a rodeo, then a saloon, where y'all had dicks in your face. I said, uh-oh. So the girls were all like, y'all went somewhere afterwards. Now, Matt and Brennan are going to be honest. Like, these guys are not going to admit what they did at the bachelor party. That's one. They're not going to sell him out. Because unlike last season where everybody hated Shake, these guys don't hate Cole. So they're not going to sell him out. So the guys are all like, man, I was drunk. I don't remember what we did. Matt said, I got in the Uber and went home. So, like, they're not going to sell him out. It is basically going to be Cole versus Zanab, right? It's going to go who said what. Somebody knows something. I feel like Brennan told Alexa what it really was, but they're not going to say anything about it. So Cole said that she is making this up because she wants to make him look bad. Cole, you made yourself look bad. Zanab then goes on to say that Cole will push food away from her. He made comments about her face and comments about her body. Again, that is a he say, she say situation. There's no footage. We will never know. So it's weird that y'all are saying, well, yeah, Zanab's lying about that. We don't know. I see no reason for her to lie about that when he has already told her that she is not who he would go for physically. So it's not a hard stretch, but again, I have no comment on that because there's no footage. So he then asked her, why did you stay with him? And see, I hate when people do that because, Cole, why did you stay with Zanab? If she wasn't sweet, if she wasn't nice to you, if she was nagging you all the time, if she did all these things that you said she did, why did you stay with her? But see, Cole is trying to gaslight her in this instance and make her feel like she is completely and utterly crazy. And anybody that does not see how Cole was trying to gaslight Zanab down to crying at the end of this reunion, y'all just don't want to like Zanab. Y'all just don't want to admit that. It is like bona fide gaslighting in this moment. Is Zanab overreacting? Did she overreact to a lot of stuff? Yes. Yes. We can all agree on that. She knocked the shit out of him about towels. The entire kitchen scene, I have said 3 times now, the way that happened shouldn't have happened. She should have got her wine in that stemless glass, and if your hands are that hot and sweaty that you are warming up that wine, then heifer, you deal with it. Go sit your ass on that couch, eat that unseasoned chicken, and then y'all can discuss cooking together next time. Zanab ruined that night, but Cole took it a step further by calling her bipolar. Well, excuse me. Asking her if she's bipolar. If the fact that y'all can't see both sides of that argument is crazy. If you can't see how both of these people were wrong, then that just means that y'all just don't want to acknowledge that Cole played a part in this. But again, white men always get the benefit of the doubt in America. So I'm not surprised at the way some people are falling for Cole's act. So she said that out of the bad moments, there were a lot of glimpses of good moments. She said that and then Bartise, the nerve for him to be like, so when did you know you were going to say no? She said the morning of the wedding. She woke up that morning and right up until that moment, she just did not know. Bartise kind of like you, right? Okay, kind of like you. I feel like the fact that you said no, you really need to sit back and worry about why your hair looks that way. Cole said that he does not understand why she keeps saying that she cared about him when she said no at the altar. And it's like, again, Cole is just trying to play victim at this point. You're trying to play victim, Cole, because you can't tell me that after watching this back, you don't understand why she feels even remotely a semblance of why she feels this way. She said that I could have dragged you at that altar and could have, but she didn't because she honestly does care about him. Cole, she can care about you, but not want to be married to you. That's very possible. It's very possible. Raven then said, again, there is no accountability. And that's true. Cole is refusing to acknowledge he did anything wrong. And that is crazy. How can you look back at this and not see anything that you did wrong? Everybody else sitting on that stage is able to look back and be like, okay, damn, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have said this. But you want to stand 10 toes down and that you just are completely shook and confused as to what is going on, as to what the problem is with her? Stop it. Stop it. Cole then said that, so then it was asked, did he reach out to her or whatever the case? He said no, he was heartbroken because he loved her. He said, I got in the car with my friends and I told him, this is not her. This is not her. He then said that he told his friends that she's going to text me because he thought that she just got shook by the cameras. She been getting filmed the past month, but now the cameras are gone. The entitlement. And he said that if she didn't text him, that he wasn't going to reach out to her. Bartise brings up Bartise brings up Zanab's friends clapping. You doing a whole lot of talking for somebody that said no at the altar, Bartise. I need you to worry about yourself. So Vanessa then said it was either her friends standing up in support or it was like she told her friends and they were just, rocking and socking with her. Zanab said, no, I didn't tell my friends. My friends were still texting me up until that moment asking. That was just her friends being in support. Zanab then went on to say that Cole tried to control what she was eating. She started eating just a spoonful of peanut butter. Said that he judged her for eating 2 cuties, the 2 little oranges. We will talk about the cutie scene in a moment. Cole does not believe that. Zanab says that it's a shame that none of those things were shown. She feels that Cole got a good edit. Maybe he did. Who knows? We get to Alexa and Brennan. She talks about how she wanted to go home in the pod. She missed her family. But she told Brennan, if there's someone that you're feeling as well, go for them. He made her know that she was the one. That's how they clicked. They're doing great. Kudos to them. They commend Nancy and Bartise for their conversation about the children with special needs or birth defects. Talk about that. We then have Cole, who now all of a sudden, since he sees that the victim act that he was doing before is not working, now he's sobbing, okay? Eyes red, now he's crying. Because he now wants to apologize to everybody because he did fall in love with Zanab and he is sorry he hurt her along the way. But he wants to try to move forward with everybody. Colleen said that this process has been hard, and she said about the things that happened at the pool party, and she makes sure to look Zanab right in the eye. Notice how Colleen did not interact with Cole at all. At all, y'all. She's proud of her and Matt, and she said that she is not shallow or superficial. Cole is over there looking like, damn, I fucked up with that. Everybody mad at me. And she said she's not just a ballerina. I said, girl, if you work in PR and you do all this other stuff, why didn't you tell us that? Being a ballerina is amazing, yes. But, like, you chose to keep saying that. You're also the one that keeps saying I'm not deep. That's on you. They ask if anybody regrets doing this or has regrets. Cole, I have regrets. I have regrets. So Cole regrets that he hurt Zanab's self-esteem. She tells him that she's forgiven him. She said, the moment I walked away from that altar, I forgave you. And I do sincerely hope that you find the woman that is right for you. So now he's just crying, you know. She's like, I have no hate in my heart for you. It's fine. If y'all don't recognize Cole crying for sympathy and trying to get some trying to scream victim, I don't know what to tell you. So he said that he said some things that he would never say, and it destroyed him. When did it destroy you? In the last 10 minutes? Because beginning of the reunion, you were acting as if she was this horrible person and everything she said about you and said to you at the altar was completely wrong. So which one is it? Zanab tells him that there is no one else that she would have wanted to go through this with, regardless of the outcome. Okay. That doesn't make sense either. But okay, girl. We then get the cuties clip at the end. I will say this. Zanab, girl, bye. He asked, are you going to eat both? Y'all was eating, I guess, a bowl of cherries. He was not critiquing your food choices in that moment. He jokingly said, save your appetite for whatever y'all were going to eat. But it could also be maybe this is just one in a long string of instances where he has made mention of food or something she's eating. But that particular scene, I wouldn't have brought that up because that made you look stupid, Zanab. Being real. Let me know what you guys thought about the reunion. Let me know if you enjoyed it, how you enjoyed this season together. If you have not already, subscribe, thumbs up the video, hop in the comment section. I will catch you guys in the next